Good evening, students, or morning, or afternoon, or whatever. If you're watching this, you missed part one of creating your water world. This is part one video. We're going to create a 3D scene, almost like a fish tank holding some water with some clouds around it. Put together some ideas or some objects to make it look realistic. Now, the object of this lesson is for you to understand how to work guides and how to create guides using rulers. And of course, we're going to go over all the shortcut keys again. Alright, here we go. You want to file new in Photoshop. It's Command N. Now I'm going to quit saying the shortcut keys eventually because you really need to know them. Water World, please name it Water World and your name. Very important. Now the document type, go ahead and change that to US paper, international paper, or photo. One of the three. That will change the resolution to 300. And then I want you to change inches to pixels and type in 3,000 pixels by 3,000 pixels and then hit return. You're going to have a window here. Now some of you will have transparent, which is fine. Transparent or white, either way, it's the same difference. I want you to hold down Command and hit R. Keep hitting R with holding down Command, and you'll notice the rulers appear and disappear. The ruler is this bar across the top with numbers on it, as well as the bar that runs vertically with numbers on it. Now it should show you in inches like mine does. It just shows 10 by 10, and notice it starts at 0. There's also negative numbers here. I don't know if you see that, but there's also 0 there. So 1 through 10, 10 inches, 10. If it does not, I want you to right click on the ruler itself and change it to inches from pixels, picas, whatever it might be on. So there are the rulers. Now here's how to create guides. Just simply go shortcut key V for your move tool and click on the ruler, not on the edge but on the ruler, and drag down, and I want you to drag a line down to 5 1/2. Now my line is cyan. Your line might be blue, it might be red, depends on what the settings are set at. But chances are it's going to be cyan. Now with your move tool you can move over that ruler and move it at any time. Okay, you can move it at any time. You can even pull it off back onto the ruler and it will disappear. So pull one down to 5 1/2 inches, and I want you to pull one from the left, a vertical ruler, to 3 inches, and then another at 7 inches. I want you to pause this video and get it done. Okay, hopefully you're back and you have this image right here, or these rulers laid out right here. I'm going to show you another shortcut key. Command colon, which is right next to the L key, will hide and show the guides that you just created with the rulers. Just like Command R will show and hide the rulers. Okay, so in a minute we're going to be turning these guides off. Now the important part to note about guides is if you have snap set up, it's very easy to move a document and butt it up against the edge of a ruler, or edge of a guide. Okay, and snap. Let's all check if our snap's on. Let's go up to View and go down and make sure snap is checked right here. Okay, snap is checked, and I'm going to show you the differences between snap and unsnap, okay, or not snap. Right now I want you to go ahead and open up the image that you should have downloaded in the folder on Edmodo, which I'm going to go to right now. You click on your class, you click on your folders, and in your folder there's one called One Water Room. You want to download this images.zip. This has all the images you'll need for this document in this zip file right here, as well as download this vintage brush paper brush ABR and the water effects ABR. Now if you want to move on your own, you can hit the link here and do it on your own. Watch the step-by-step. It's up to you. It's not a video, it's written out, which is great. So download this images.zip, and once you have downloaded it, I need you to go to your Finder window, click on Downloads, find the images.zip, and double click it. Now I didn't download it because it's not listed in here, but when you double click the images.zip file, it will turn into a folder much like this folder right here, which will have all the images listed. You must do all of that before you try to open an image in Photoshop. Okay, I'm back after the morning announcements. Yeah, download the image.zip, double click it, it turns into a folder, and that folder will hold all your images. I suggest you move that folder to your desktop by clicking and dragging it to your desktop. But you do whatever you want to do. Download the ABR files as well, but do not click on them yet. We're not ready for them yet. Okay, so here we go. So I want you to open up the image, I can't remember the name of it, we're fixing to find out. I think I named it main. Oh, that's slice of pie. Man, my machine is running slow today. Slow. Okay, finally I have found where my images are. Apparently I have not done this on this computer yet. So in Photoshop it's Command O, shortcut key to open. We open, we do not drag into the open document. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but people inevitably do it. Just File, Open. Alright, you're looking for Big Blue Sky Stock by Arm Boy Stock or whatever. This image right here, not that hard. Alright, Marquee Selection tool. This tool right here, right beside the Move tool, is a Marquee Selection tool. Shortcut key M for marquee. Doesn't that make sense? It's used to make selections. Now I just selected the tool. I went to the lower left corner and I clicked and I dragged to the upper right corner. Now please do not get the trees in the shot. There are no trees in the ocean. So click, drag, and when you get the marching ants like that, let's just do a simple Command C to copy, Command W to close, because we are done, and Command V, as in Victor, to paste. Now we pasted it, and you'll notice it's way, way too big. We need to zoom back, and then we need to Command T, or transform. Transform. Now this is where the snap's going to come into play. Now there are no arms and legs in this sky, so we don't have to hold down Shift. But let me show you something. When I drag this bottom up, watch it snap. Did you see it? Snap. Snap to the guide. Also, it will snap to the edge. See that right there? If it is not snapping, make sure snap is on. View, snap. Once you've transformed, either hit return or hit the checkbox up on the options bar. I want you to resize that image to fit right there. Pause and do. Come back and see me. Alright, Command 0, fill the frame. Now again, with the Marquee Selection tool, here's another cool function with the guides that we just created, these cyan lines here. If you move the Marquee Selection tool or any tool near a guide, it will snap to the guide. So if I'm right here, see that right there? I didn't get close enough. But if I get right here, see how it grabs right on the guide? So I want you to go right at this intersection. I want you to select this left panel here. Can you do that? When you select it, Command T to transform it, and hold down your Command key because we're going to distort it by pulling this corner down, and that corner is going to snap right there into the corner. When you're done, hit return on your keyboard or the checkbox, whichever way you want to do it, and then do the other side. Command T, hold down Command, click and drag down, and let it, don't pull it out here please, let it snap to the corner and hit return. Now, I want you to Command D for deselect, or you can go up to the word select and choose deselect. It's grayed out because I've already deselected it, but Command D deselects. Now, let's hide our guides. Command colon, remember that? See, now you can see, show and hide your guides and give you an idea of what you're really looking at. Perfect. All right, we're ready to move on. Name this layer Sky, because that's what it is. Now, create a new layer and name this layer Center. Center. Perfect. Now B for your brush. It's time to install your very first brush. We're going to add some texture to these walls to make them look realistic. To install a brush, simply hit the brush drop down up in this upper corner, hit the little gear icon that pops up here, and go down to where it says Load Brushes. And when Load Brushes pops up, I want you to browse to wherever you saved that ABR file. We are installing the Vintage Paper Brush ABR, not the Water Splash, but the Vintage Paper. Click Open, and it will open inside the brushes drop down. See right here, scroll on down, and I want you to look for these squares, and you're going to find one number 1650, 1650. Once you've found that, check it out. Move your mouse over, and you see it. Do you see this arrow right here? That changes the brush's orientation. I want you to point the arrow straight down. Straight down. Perfect. So it looks like that. You see that? Now make that go away. And make sure you have 100% opacity, 100% opacity, and you're brushing in black. Now if you've got crazy colors over here, remember D for default colors will give you black in the background and white in the foreground. Just stamp one time. So hopefully you have stamped, and you have stamped on center, and you have named it center. Now once you've stamped with 100% opacity in black, I want you to Command T and transform, and notice again the snap. See the snap right there? Isn't that lovely? Snap it to the guides, make it fit. Not that hard. Now sometimes see it's off just a little bit. You want to pull it past, let go, and then do it again, and it'll snap completely perfect. Return on your keyboard or the checkbox. Perfect. Now, this is what I want you to do. You're going to jump your layer for the very first time ever. Command J will duplicate a layer. See, now we have center and center copy. Name this one left. Left. Booyah. Now with your move tool, shortcut key V, and I'm going to quit saying that, I want you to move that image or that second or that left over. Now, please make sure auto select is on or you won't be able to click and move it. And then command transform, pull this part in, and just like before, hold down command and stretch or skew or distort that one down. Hit return when you're done, and then go back to center on your layers panel and command J again. Name this one. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Right. Perfect. With your move tool, move it on over. Command T to transform it. Bring it on down. Hold down command and pull that point down to the base and hit return. Now let's have some fun. We have 3 pieces here that make up texture. So hold down command and select all 3 layers so they're all selected, and command G. We're going to group them. Name that group texture. Texture. Very important to name your layers. If I come around and you don't have your layers named, I am not helping you. Now that we selected texture here, we can also adjust the opacity. Watch this. Adjust the opacity of the whole group, and we can add a mask to the group. So I clicked add layer mask, hit B for my brush. Now you should remember that one color hides and one color reveals. We're going to scroll up and get this very, very soft brush. Hardness at 0, size is a little big, maybe the size about 300-ish, somewhere 300 or 400-ish. And we're going to drop the opacity way, way down. Now do you remember what hides, what reveals? Black hides, white reveals. I'm going to zoom back just a little bit here, and with black, low opacity, very soft brush, I'm going to start clicking and dragging and paint away what I want to hide. I want to hide some of this. We just want to keep the dirtiness on the edges and the seams of our little terrarium or fish tank or whatever you want to call it. Now if you're not getting enough, get a little bit more opacity and keep brushing. Now brush, 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 brush. I'm taking my time here, as obviously I'm not. And then hold down command and hit colon and hide your guides and see what you have here. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that beautiful? We can adjust it at any time because we have a mask and we have the opacity that we can adjust. Okay, so let's move on. File open. This time I want you to open up Stormy Sea by Dark Rose. This is a great stock image. Has a lot of uses. We're going to go back to the Marquee Selection tool, shortcut key M, and I want you to select just the water. We don't need the stinking sky, just the water. Command C to copy and Command W to close because we're done. I want you to highlight the very bottom layer and Command V to paste. Now with your move tool, shortcut key V, I want you to move it right about here, and let's name it Waterbed. Waterbed. Now Command T. Here's another fun fact or fun thing to do here. We're going to pull it up and we're going to stretch it further than the base. See that? Now we're going to hold down Command and we're going to distort it by pulling straight to the left, straight to the right, and then we're going to pinch this one in. We're matching the base. We're matching the bed here. Perfect. Now when we hit return, does that water not look like it's laying down? Isn't that beautiful? That's what I want you to do. This is part 1, and this is complete. See ya!